Hey everyone, you're watching Big Drone Flyer 77. When we return, I have the JJRC. This is the X6 Aircus, and you're probably wondering why I have two boxes, or at least two of these. Well, I'll let you know more about that, but first let's get to that intro. Welcome back everyone. Thanks so much for joining me today. Donnie here, and today I have the JJRC. This is the X6 Aircus. This was sent to me by JJRC. The reason why, you're probably wondering right now why I have two of these boxes. I did a short video when I got a prototype, which is actually this one right here. Prototype was sent to me to test out and see if there's any flaws or how it flies, what the battery life was, but I never got to get that chance because the reason why is good old UPS sent me this all smashed up. The foam box was all smashed in here, and what happened is it ended up messing up one of the motors on here. So let me move this out of the way. Here's the prototype, and here is the finished product out on the market. And only a few of us guys got the prototype to test out, but I never got the chance because one of the motors did not fire up, and this thing was all apart. Everything came off and it was pretty beat up. So I tried everything to fire it up or see if they can at least I could send this back, have them replace the motor, but what they did is they just waited until I ended up getting they were finished with the one that's out on the market. So both of these pretty much look the same and they're pretty much identical. Here's the prototype without the propellers. Here's the finished product. But the thing that you can tell is the antenna casings. So this one right here is actually encased with plastic. So it's covering this antenna pretty good here. And on the back, you barely got a little piece of the antenna sticking out here. And also you can notice that the lenses are different. So if you look at the lenses, this one looks like it's more of a wider lens, or at least not so much protected like the prototype here. So what I'm going to do, since this one doesn't work, is I'm going to go and be able to swap out these cameras and see if there's any difference in between the cameras and the gimbal. See if they did anything to fix that in between the prototype and the finished product. And these are simple. These actually just twist and come right off. So there's no wires or anything. So that's actually pretty cool. So, you know, if for some reason you crash this thing and you mess up the gimbal, you could just twist and put a new one back on. You can order one or whatever you need to do. But so what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually test out these cameras and see which one's better, or if they're exactly the same, or is this one letting more light, less light in, and this one's letting more in since it's got the glass all the way across. We're going to take a look at that. When I first fired this up, the new one here, I noticed that see how the gimbal, it actually leans to the right quite a bit. And when you start it up, matter of fact, I'll go ahead and turn it on. Okay, it just did a little calibration of the gimbal, but as you can see, it's still crooked, you guys. So like I mentioned, this one's the finished one. This one's a prototype, so I'll show you the difference here. Let me shut this down. I'm going to go ahead and take this camera off. Let's put this gimbal and camera on and see if it straightens out. Okay, a lot better. Look at that. It's straight. It's nice and level now. So I'm not sure if there's a problem with the finished gimbal here or what, but I'm going to test it out or see if you can even notice a difference if the picture is going to be tilted or not. I've seen a few of these videos, test flights, and their picture was kind of off to the side, so I'm wondering if they had the same problem. So anyways, that's what I'm going to do with this. I didn't really do a proper unboxing when I first got it since the drone didn't work too well. But I wanted to show you everything that came in the box. You got your 4 propellers that you have to put on yourself. Of course, you got your battery here. And this battery right here is, this one's 7.6 volt, 3000 milliamp. And it's 20C is what the rating is on this. So this one you just press and hold and it'll turn the battery on. It's a little smart battery, so you can actually press and hold again and shut that battery off. Also, it comes with the charger, which this one is just a micro C USB charger. So it's just kind of like the Android phones here. So that's the charger it comes with, and it just plugs in the side right here, and then you plug it into a little adapter or in the back of your computer, or so forth, you know. But anyways, at least out of all this, I got an extra battery that came from the prototype, so I marked them 1 and 2, so that way I at least have a spare battery. I guess that's a good thing out of this, and plus a few of these motors are still good. So, and some extra parts, part of the shell on here is cracked from the shipping. So but anyways, but with this you only get 1 battery. So when you get the finished product, you only get 1 battery, and you only get the 4 props that go on there, and they only give you 2 spare props, an A and B. So I kind of wish JJRC gave you 4 of them, you know, that way you'd at least have a full set. But you know, that's okay. You got your little Phillips screwdriver. Of course, you got the controller, which on this controller you have a GPS button here in the middle. That's for GPS. And then you got your I believe this is your return to home, and then I believe you can switch to altitude hold on there. Then you got your camera buttons on here. So there's take a snapshot. If you press this, that'll start the recording, which on here it's got a little SD card, which is kind of hard to see, but it's actually right on the side here. So you can see it right here on the side. So you can put up to a 32 gigabyte card in there, I believe. I think it's 32. I don't think it will do the 64, but I'll double check. But that's where the memory card goes. Plus, you can record from your phone, the Wi-Fi imaging as well. So you got a quick startup guide here, how to calibrate it, and how to do the GPS on the drone as well. Then you got your owner's manual. That's well detailed. Tells you some more functions and what all the buttons do. And then you got a little quick startup for the app. It's going to be the JJRC TST app. So you can get that on Android or iOS. So you can download that app, and then it gives you a little quick run guide there on how to start it up. So one thing that they don't show you on here is how to link the controller with the drone. So when I got the prototype, I couldn't get it to fire up, and I couldn't get it to link up, and the manual shows nothing about that in there. So actually J-Drone had the prototype as well. He had the same problem. So what he did is just like kind of like some of the older drones will do it, but all you got to do is hold the camera button, and then you hit the on switch, and then what it'll do is end up linking the drone to the controller. Then you can let off the camera button, and then once it links together, go ahead and shut off the controller, shut off the drone, turn it back on, and it should be saved up for you guys. So any questions, just leave me a comment, you know, down below, and I don't mind helping you guys or going over it again. But that's the way to link the controller to the drone, because it should be linked already, but sometimes you'll get ones out of the factory and they didn't link them. So that's how you do that, and I appreciate it, J Drone, for showing me that when you got your prototype. We got them at the same time. Got this quite a few months ago, so it's been a while. I finally got one of the finished products because they were out of stock, and then I was gone for almost 2 months for the summer with my kids. So now we're gonna finally get to it. But other than that, that's it. I'm gonna go and take this thing outside. It's pretty warm today. We've been up into about 103 to 106 degrees, which is about 40 to 41 Celsius for those that are not in the United States. So it's been pretty hot. So we'll see how this thing does. So let's go ahead and get everything linked up, get the app going, take it outside, and I'm just gonna do a test flight and a camera test. I'll test out the other functions later. The follow me and the point of interest, things like that, I'll do on another video, so that way I'm not taking up too much time. But this is just a quick test, and to show you guys what took me so long to finally get this thing in the air. So, you know, good old UPS, and UPS always reminds me of Ace Ventura, for those who've ever seen that movie, you know. If you guys haven't seen that movie, watch that part and you'll see that's pretty much how our UPS is here in California and most of the United States. So, all right, guys, let's get this thing out there and do a flight. So stay tuned for that. All right, you guys, I'm finally out here with the JJRC X6 Aircus. Finally gonna get this thing up in the air, you guys. So I got my little iPhone 5 Plus ready. I'm going to turn the controller power on here. Alright, let's link this together. Just hold the button until it powers up. And if you got yours and it won't bind to the drone, all you got to do is hold the camera button, hold it down with the power off, hold this camera button down, turn the power on, and then let go, and it will go and bind to the drone. Once it binds, go ahead and shut everything back down and turn it back on again. It should link the controller with the drone. So, but mine's all linked up, ready to go. This one is the finished product, like I was explaining in the quick update unboxing, that the prototype was damaged and one of the motors wouldn't fire up. So I'm gonna just do a test flight, a camera test, then I'm gonna swap out that camera and put the prototype camera on and see if it's any different at all, because it looks different, but it's probably still the same. But I'm gonna check that. So okay, we're linked up, and I'm gonna go ahead and look for the Wi-Fi, and there it is. It's already connected, UAV 5G. So I'm going to go ahead and calibrate the compass now. So what you're going to want to do is put the right toggle switch to the right hand top corner, and then the left toggle switch to the bottom left hand corner. There we go. So it should be ready to calibrate. Just twist it until it beeps. There we go. There's one beep. So we're going to face this up. And you can face it down as well. Rotate it here. There we go. So that should be ready to go. Let's go ahead and go into the app now. Alright, the app. Let me get out of this. Okay, so the app is going to be it's going to be JJRC TST. So hopefully you can see that. I'm going to go ahead and press on that. I'm not sure if I'm going to get really a good time for the test flight, but I'll give it a shot. I just want to do a quick test on this, make sure everything's working. So on the right hand side, it's asking for a model number. We're going to go all the way down to almost the bottom. Third one up is X6. It's super windy out here too, you guys, so hopefully this little guy will hold up, having a brushless motor. So okay, connect to device. So we're going to connect. Alright, Of course I gotta flip the phone around. Let me flip the phone around here so I can have everything the right way here. Looks like the camera's showing upside down, so I'm gonna have to rotate the camera. I think you could do that on an option here. Let me get out of this. Let's see, should be able to rotate the camera. Okay, there we go. Rotated the camera. So if you need to rotate the camera, it's right next to the one that looks like a controller. There's a little rotation button there. So right now it's saying I got 17 satellites already, and on the controller it gives you telemetry as well, and it says 17 satellites as well. So you got telemetry on the phone and on the controller. So, and it shows you your power and everything's fully charged. So I'm in high rate right now of speed. So the speed rate on this one should be right here. There's low and then there's high. I'm going to keep it in high rate. I'm going to take the geofencing off. So when you first start this up for the first time, you want to go and hold this button down for about 3 seconds so it shuts off the geofencing, because if you don't, you'll only have about maybe 100-meter range and then it hits the geofence. Okay, so geofencing should be off now. Alright, so I'm going to do a manual startup, which should be sticks in, and then you want to shut it off, you do sticks out. Okay, so we're in GPS mode. If you click over to the left, that's altitude hold only. So I want to be in the middle. The one to the very right is return to home. Before I take off, I want to make sure all my settings are set. So far flight altitude is 100 meters. I'll put it 120. 100 meters is good. I don't need to go 400 feet up with this one, so let's go 100. Well, it's about 102. Alright, can't quite get on there. Alright, so anyways, that's close enough. There we go. 105. Let's see, flight distance is 200, and I believe that's it. It's got a night flight mode, and then it's got beginner mode, which it's off right now. So okay, let me save that. Alright, let's fire this thing up. I'm going to go ahead and start the film, which is this one right here. So I got a memory card in there, so I don't see anything saying it's filming. So hopefully it's filming. Let me press it again. Let me try the long press. Nope. Okay, so hopefully it's filming. Yeah, there's nothing that shows filming, so I'm hoping it's filming right now. Boy, that thing's definitely sensitive. Okay, so the camera's flashing to let me know that it's recording. There's two little lights on the camera. Let me get to it here. Two little lights on the camera, and you can barely see it, but one on the left is flashing. See if I can get this thing to hold its altitude. It's kind of dropping here, but the wind's pushing down right now. Let me bring it up a little more. Yeah, super windy. See if this guy can hold his ground. I'm hoping it will. Let me let it settle down for a minute, you guys. Already one light's off of the battery already, so I do have two batteries. Just doing a little quick walk around. Alright, let's go ahead and take this thing out a little bit. Bring it up. I'm not going to go too high since I haven't flown this one before. Yeah, it's definitely twitchy right now. I don't like how twitchy it is. Could be because it's fighting the wind. So you're going to have quite a bit of movement in the video, even though it's got a 2-axis gimbal. I'm sure it's probably going to have some kind of jello in it. Yeah, it's kind of acting up. That was pretty strange. And I was coming back here and it started getting kind of twitchy on me. See if you can see let me get in the shade here. Hopefully you can maybe see the telemetry, or at least the video feed. Video feed looks good on the phone. Doesn't look like there's any breakups. It broke up right there. I take that back. Alright, circle back around here. Yeah, it's getting, see how twitchy it is? I barely go to the left here because it's facing me now. I barely go to the left here and it's pretty twitchy. I don't like that. It might be the area I'm in because it's pretty high and got a lot of hot spots here for Wi-Fi. So let me turn it around facing away from me, bring it closer so you can see that twitchiness. See that? I go back to the right. Let me try going in low rate here. Yeah, it's still pretty twitchy in low rate as well. Let's keep it in low. Yeah, see, I let off and it just kind of took off that way, starting to toilet bowl. So I'm going to go ahead and bring it back and recalibrate it, you guys. Let me shut off the camera. Alright, I'm going to shut off the record button here. Bring it back down. Yeah, I don't like that. Just chopped a bunch of grass here. Yeah, I don't like that. I hope the motor didn't just go on this one. So I ate a bunch of grass on this one here. As soon as it landed, it didn't want to shut down right away. So hopefully nothing's wrong with this. I'm going to go ahead and recalibrate it. I'm going to recalibrate it again, you guys. Let me go ahead and let's try it again here. Let's do the old walk in circle here. See if that does any better. Hasn't beeped yet. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and shut it down first. Let me shut it down and see if I can restart it again, you guys. Shut the controller off. Shut the drone down. Alright, I'm going to turn the drone on. Turn the controller on. See if I can get this thing to, let's see if we got feed again yet. No, let me go and get out of this. Let me get out of this and connect back to Wi-Fi. Okay, it says it's connected. So let me get back into the app again. Connect. Says the battery's at 68%. So yeah, we're back live again. Alright, let me see if I can calibrate this again. Okay. Okay, I guess I don't like it like that. Let me try it like this. Yeah, I guess you have to have it, let's try facing it down this time. I don't like how it puts a lot of pressure on that gimbal. Yeah, I guess you can't do the hold it and walk in a circle thing, so. Alright. Make sure the gimbal's working. Yeah, it's going down and up. Alright, 18 satellites, 68% battery. Let's try it again. Alright, the motor fired up. Still really twitchy. Could be just my area. I'll have to try another park, and definitely I'll have to try it when there's no wind out. So I apologize if there's any wind sound. You can see how it's at an angle trying to fight that wind. Turn that camera down. Yeah, camera's working. Alright. Starting to build altitude right now. Alright, let's try it again. Let me record. The light's flashing and recording. Let's take it out here again. Battery says 38% already. That's a lot better than it was. Yeah, a lot better. See, it's not jerking around like it was, so I just had to recalibrate it, you guys. So if it starts messing up on you like that, just recalibrate it. Let me go and see if this thing will do a return to home now. Okay, so what I'm going to do is click this over to the right. Okay, it should go up to about 30 meters. Right now we're at about 10. At 15, 16, it goes up quite a bit. Alright, it went up to about 20. So I'm going to get ready to click the button just in case. At least it turned around and faced us to come home, so that's good. Alright, it's stopping right above us. And there's the landing pad, so it's to the left of it so far. Now it's descending. Boy, it comes down hot. You can hear the VRS, it's hitting those air pockets, but it comes down hot. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and shut that off so you can see how far away it is. We're at least a couple meters away from the actual landing pad, so. Alright. Well, at least I could get a battery test with this one first, and then I'll swap out the battery and test out the prototype camera, see if it's any different. But it's flying a lot better now. Just had to recalibrate it again. Moves pretty good. Pretty fast little guy. I'm in high rate. Alright, I'm gonna kind of cruise now, see if I can get some film. See if I can tilt this camera down a bit so we can look down. Yep, battery's low, so I'm going to go ahead and bring it back in. I'm going to go ahead and shut off the video. Alright, we're going to bring it back in. Hopefully the wind don't knock it over this time. There it went again. Boy, that thing does not want to shut off whenever you... So I'm going to hold it for a second. It reminds me of the Up Air 1. Up Air 1 used to do that too. When it'd land, it wouldn't shut down right away, even if you held the toggle switch down. So anyways, yeah, not too bad. Once I calibrated it again, it did pretty good. Let me shut off the battery here. Okay, I'm going to swap out the camera, you guys. We'll get a flight time on that. I'll rewind the film back and see what it was. We're at 15% when it wanted to return to home, so I'll get that flight time. So I'll be right back, guys. Let's swap out this battery and see what the other camera does. Alright, you guys. Hey, at least it's only in the 80s today. That's why I'm out here. I just wish that wind would stop.
Low power.
The only thing I don't like about this prototype, you see how crooked that camera is? It definitely needs to be calibrated, but I can't calibrate it. I shut the drone off and turn it back on. It does its only little preset calibration, and then it goes to the right again. So what I'm gonna have to end up doing is putting a little weight right here to kind of counterweight that and see if that works. If not, then like I said, the prototype that I got was pretty damaged, so it might have got the camera and gimbal as well, but I'll go ahead and give it a try and see what it does. So alright, I'm gonna go ahead and recalibrate this again just to be safe. Let's do a calibration. Okay, let's do it down. Alright, that's ready to go. See if I can get this. Yeah, this don't even tilt up or down, so definitely the gimbal's damaged. So I can at least take it for a flight and see if it will record it all or not. So let me get some satellites going here. We got 16 now. Alright. Alright, here we go. Yeah, that gimbal's definitely damaged. It won't even tilt down or up or nothing. Up, just went to the right. It's trying to straighten out now. That's weird. Look at it go. Yeah, it is definitely messed up. Wow. So that definitely got damaged in the shipping. Let's see if it'll record at least, just to see. Yeah, it's all over the place. Yeah, it will not. No, it goes to the right. When you try to tilt it down, the camera just falls to the right, and now it's kind of going haywire, you guys. So I better get that off there because I don't want to damage the drone just in case it messes up the electronics in it. So let me go ahead and get this guy back down here, and I'll go ahead and just take some more test flights. Take some more test flights with the other camera back on. I don't like how twitchy this drone is. Let's see if it's going to shut off. Yay, it did it this time. Alright guys, let me swap this out. It'll only take a second here. Alright, let me go ahead and look like the app picked back up again. So alright, I'm just going to fly it around. Let me test altitude hold, guys. It looks like, okay, I got 2 lights. I didn't see it, so I got a half a battery, a little less. So let me go ahead and just take some test flights. I'm not going to try to mess with the point of interest or that circle me mode, so I'll do that another time. I just want to keep testing this and see how well it does. I actually want to test out altitude hold and see how well that works. Alright, let me go ahead and record. Okay, it's recording, so ooh, that got me a bee. Now I'm a bee killer. Alright, let's try altitude hold. So I'm going to go ahead and click over to it. Here's altitude hold. Boy, it really gets going pretty good now. But it does not bank very good, but you can tell it's altitude hold, see? Yeah, I'm in high rate. You can see it's floating off, so altitude hold is working. So, well, it takes a minute for it to get going, but once it does, it really scoots pretty good, you guys. So let me go ahead and put it back in GPS mode. Now you know it's in GPS because the green lights are flashing. So let me go ahead and take this out here a little bit. I'm going to tilt the camera down a bit here. Bring the camera back up. Yep, it froze up right there, so now I don't have any imaging, so the Wi-Fi is freezing up. Yeah, camera's all the way back up, so it froze up, you guys. It was at 19 and a half meters away. So it wasn't very, and now the image is upside down. That's hilarious. So now I got to go in here, flip that image back around and see if it'll flip over here. Nope, it won't even flip back over. There it goes. Now it did. I'll be darned. That's crazy. So this is definitely a toy, you guys. This ain't no professional drone, but it is a decent flyer. The camera seems okay. I'll have to just keep doing some more tests sometime. Getting pretty windy, you guys, so I'm gonna call it a day. I just wanted to test fly it a little bit just to get the feel for it, and then I'll go and do more tests when there's no wind. So alright, you guys, hey, the JJRC X6 Aircus, you know, it's a pretty good drone, but the only problem I was having is that the Wi-Fi feed would drop out, and usually the 5G network usually works really good on most of these toy grade drones, but this one I get out to about 30 meters, about 30 to 40 meters out. It froze up when I was probably about I think 18 or 19 meters up, so you know that's not too well, but it could be this area I'm in, because like I said, I'm in a really bad hotspot area, so I'll have to try another park and see if I can get in the same problems, you guys. So, but anyways, hey, JJRC, thank you guys for sending me out the prototype which UPS damaged that and definitely destroyed that one. But I do appreciate you guys going and seeing that it wasn't my fault, it was actually shipping. So thanks for sending out the finished product here. So I like it. It's pretty cool, you guys. It's actually pretty fun. It's like a little Syma X5C but with GPS and having a gimbal on it. But it does have that Phantom 4 kind of look to it. Also kind of looks like that Up Air 1. So it's just got a really cool look to it. And I like that it's got brushless motors. So but anyways, guys, hey, if you're new to the channel, please hit that like and subscribe button. Definitely hit those notifications so that way you can see more things to come. And I'll be definitely putting out some more videos here in the near future. So all right, guys, thanks again. Like always, God bless, cheers, and happy flying.